What's up, guys? Dunkers. I'm making a quick video on the squat landing, which I think is the ideal way to land, but it's really only can be done when you don't have a ton of forward momentum or a ton of rotational momentum. And what that means is this is the best landing from a dead hang. And the landing is so good, so easy on the body that it's worth fighting like hell to get into a dead hang, which is why you'll see me sometimes grab the net or whatever, just so I can get into a two-hand hang, so that I can get into my squat landing. So why is squat landing such a good landing? Well, also, why do we care about landings? Well, if you haven't seen my channel much, I'm all about sustainability, and I think that if we have good landings, then we can dunk more, we can dunk for longer, we can dunk for more years, just sustainable. Anyways, principles of physics here. So, squat is just the best way to lower a human body, a human center of gravity to the ground, basically. So, if you're dropping directly down, dropping into a squat uses the muscles of the body to slow slow the motion. And by the time you hit the bottom of the squat, I mean, you've pretty much killed all the momentum as your muscles are doing all the work. So this is why we squat. This is why we practice squat landing. This is why we squat with weight. This is why we practice squatting to pick things up off the ground. This is why we practice squatting, dropping off of various objects and what's called depth drops and so forth. And this is why we fight like hell to get to the rim, because if you can get to a dead hang and land in a squat every time, you can just jump until your legs get tired. No pain, no injury. More fun, more training, and so forth. So that's the squat landing. It's personally my favorite, but I mean, again, it's only really an option when you don't have a ton of forward or you don't have a ton of rotational momentum. So again, dead hangs. If you have a lot of forward momentum and you land backwards, I recommend a back squat landing, which I have a video up on. If you have a lot of rotational landing, I recommend a spin through landing, which I have a video up on. There's also the run through landing, which is where you have a lot of forward momentum and you're facing forward. That is something that I'm not good at, and it's something that you can keep your eye out for videos on in the future. But that's a particularly hard way to land. So, as energy efficient basketball, this is what we study.